Welcome to Easy Friday. My name is Shiksha Arora and our sign language interpreter tonight is Susan Thuku. Now, a top story. Former police officer Fredrick Leliman has been sentenced to death for the murder of human rights lawyer Willy Kimani, his client Josephat Mwendwa, and a taxi driver Joseph Muiruri. His accomplice Stephen Cheburet was sentenced to 30 years in prison, Sylvia wanjiku 24 years, and police informer Peter Ngugi 20 years in each of the 3 counts of murder running concurrently. Sarafina Robi with more from the corridors of justice.
Lost in thought, we catch up with elderly Willy Kimani's father, who has been coming to the court to see those who murdered his son brought to book.
Ile mambo nilikuwa naomba jana inatendeka ya maisha na miaka 30 na hiyo ingine Mungu anafanya kupenda kwake.
6 years and 7 months since the murder of human rights lawyer Willy Kimani and his client Mwendwa and a taxi driver Joseph Muiruri on the 23rd of June 2016, the High Court has convicted and sentenced 3 ex-police officers and a police informer who were found guilty on 3 counts of murder. Justice Josephat sentenced ex-police officer Fredrick Leliman to death on account of murder.
The first accused is sentenced to death in each of the 3 counts. The death sentence in counts 2 and 3 are held in abeyance.
According to Justice Josephat, evidence on Leliman proved murder was premeditated several days before the date of the plot.
The murder was executed close by so that the victims could hear the thumping and blows being inflicted and the screams and shouts or groans of their colleagues as he was killed. The fact each knew they would be the next to face the same fate, this must have caused them extreme fear, stress and psychological torture.
The court further found that Leliman had a personal vendetta against Mwendwa.
While he clearly had a grudge against the deceased Mwendwa, he captured and killed the deceased Kimani and the deceased Muiruri, not caring about their lives and the fact that they had not done anything to him to deserve what he did to them. They were collateral damage, and I must add that not that Mwendwa deserved the judgment that he received.
Stephen Cheburet, who was sentenced to 30 years in prison on each of the 3 counts of murder running concurrently, was found to have stood by Leliman, had no vendetta, but took part in abduction. Sylvia wanjiku, who was sentenced to 24 years in each of the 3 counts of murder running concurrently, was found to have been told to keep a keen look on the deceased persons, but did not take part in the murder.
Being a police officer with firm, stringent pecking order system, and being junior has significance in the need for discipline and order in the force. That discipline and order cannot include aiding, abetting and enabling crime.
For the police informer Peter Ngugi, who is to serve 20 years in each of the 3 counts of murder running concurrently, the court found that it's his confession that helped shape the investigations. Kimani, who worked for International Justice Mission (IGM), was abducted while leaving Mavoko Lokots, tortured and killed alongside Mwendwa and Muiruri. Their bodies were discovered a week later, dumped in a river in Machakos County. Families of the deceased and their legal team held the judgment delivered by Justice Josephat.
Okay, we had confidence with Josephat from the word go. Although haijakuwa rahisi, it was very tough, lakini Mungu ametushindania.
Actually, I was very hopeful that we were going to get justice. I had no doubt that they had committed the said crime.
Lakini mimi nimefurahia na hiyo uamuzi wa koti na Josephat amefanya kitu ya maana sana.
But we believe that this sends a strong message to the people, especially the police officers who have been given the mandate to protect Kenyans.
And I'm told today by the executive director that it took them 2 years to just clear away his desk, to put away his things, because they were just so traumatized that they felt that if they put away these personal belongings, that somehow they were betraying his memory.
And so we need to be vigilant, we need to keep this fire burning and work with all other relevant stakeholders. We use a number of judges handle the case, and the judge will handle most of the case. So this is the seat.
The defense, however, is not happy with judgment vowing to appeal.
You use one part of the confession to remove somebody else, yet the same confession is the same one that you're using to convict the first and second accused person. This is going to necessitate for us to go for an appeal.
According to Amnesty International, extrajudicial killings have gone down by 30% from 2021 to 2023 as they now view the judgment delivered on the murder of human rights lawyer Willy Kimani, his client and the taxi driver as the right precedent being set by the court as they continue to call on the government to increase vigilance to help end extrajudicial killings in the country. For Scales of Justice, Sarafina Robi for Easy Friday.